Thanks, guys. Football talk continues on this Wednesday as college football rankings came out again on Tuesday night. The only thing changing this week was Oklahoma State grabbing the number 6 spot behind Iowa. The crew also discussed that Clemson, Ohio State, Alabama, Iowa, and Oklahoma State are all in control of their own destinies in the next 3 weeks. Speaking of destinies, there's one cross-country and track member at Iowa that is in control of his own mustache destiny. According to Michael Hart, it's the power of the mustache. Mark Free has a story on this facial hair.
There is only one word that accurately describes Michael Hart's mustache.
Legendary.
After taking a closer look, Michael's teammate might be right.
It started my sophomore year of college at the inter-squad meet, first meet of the year, and I was still trying to earn my roster spot on the team, and it just was a side product of No Shave November, and I just went with the mustache for my first race, and I had good results, and I just stuck with it ever since.
Hart is in his 4th year on the Iowa track and cross country team. Even his coach encourages him to use his strength.
I'm not much of a mustache guy myself, but you know, whatever motivates him. I mean, if that's where he gets his strength, then certainly more power to him.
Hart even uses his stash as part of the Movember movement to raise money and awareness about men's health.
You just donate money, and it's like a $10 buy-in, and then you get people to fundraise, obviously, with you. And if you shave early, it's a penalty fee.
Aside from growing a mustache, Michael majors in education at Iowa and traveled to Vietnam for a month last summer. Michael spent time teaching kids and learning about the Vietnamese culture.
It was just eye-opening, real humbling. You have to be grateful with everything we have here. I got a nice track behind me, and they're playing on dirt basketball courts. So it's very humbling, and just being able to grow that relationship with Vietnamese students that we weren't even able to talk to because of a language barrier, but you still grew these relationships and taught them lessons, and they taught you lessons at the same time without even knowing it.
The mustache was even a hit overseas.
They definitely acknowledged it. The Vietnamese children definitely acknowledged any facial hair from foreigners, and it's just unusual to them. They don't really see it in the same way we see mustaches here, but yeah, they like pulling on it and stuff like that, so it was fun.
Just a man, his mustache, and some adventures. Mark Fry, Daily Iowan TV Sports.
Maybe some people should take Michael's heart on the mustache. It's definitely not going to be me, though. Now, as we know, Iowa athletics is full of family atmosphere, but for 2 athletes at Iowa, their family tie is much more than the team. Alec Giannakopouls has more.
Any student can tell you that they've heard the phrase, once a Hawkeye, always a Hawkeye. But that can be taken seriously as a student, but also as a student athlete. In the case of Nick Bear and Molly Kelly, both grew up in a Hawkeye family and pretty much knew what school they'd go to. What they may not have known, though, is that they both would find themselves as student athletes. Nick plays for basketball, and Molly Kelly plays for the volleyball team. We took a look at both Nick and Molly to see what it's like to be not only a Hawkeye athlete, but to have a cousin in Hawkeye athletics at the same time.
I came here a year before Molly. Molly's my cousin out of West Liberty, and something that I always enjoy about Molly is just how genuine she is and genuinely excited she is to see me. But I mean, we've always been really good friends because we always have like family Christmases and family Thanksgivings together. When I think back on my childhood, Molly Kelly is definitely an integral part of that.
It's so fun to just be at Carver and see him in the weight room or in the hallway before practice. I have 4 other cousins here and then my 2 older sisters, so we'll have cousin pizza night like every Sunday night, so it's just fun things like that I get to do with my family every week.
Both Molly and Nick also heavily appreciate all the family support they see every day on campus.
They're my go-to for anything related to school, sports, anytime I need to get away, I go to them.
I didn't see myself going anywhere else, and neither did Molly, so it's just a lot of fun having family members here at the university and also in athletics.
It's safe to say that getting used to college can be a tricky thing, and maybe even harder when you're also an athlete. But I think both can say that it might be a little bit easier when done within the family. For Daily Iowan TV, this is Alec Giannakopouls reporting to you from the Carver Hawkeye practice facility.
Molly, along with the rest of the volleyball team, play Wednesday night for their second-to-last home game of the season against Ohio State, while Nicholas and the men's basketball team travel to Marquette for their first road test on Thursday. One team is staying close to Iowa City though, and that would be wrestling. After a success outside on Saturday at the Grapple on the Gridiron, they hope to continue inside Carver Hawkeye Arena on Friday.
Fans were complaining that our Iowa City duels weren't maybe as tough as maybe they wanted them, and so now we have a Big Ten opponent. And so now we bring in these schools to wrestle us in Carver Hawkeye Arena. They like the experience, and we've stuck with the same schools for quite a while now. It could maybe get ramped up with some of those other schools that want to come in and maybe share that experience a little bit more. But we're loyal too. We're loyal to the people that helped this thing get going in the first place.